Do you truly wish to understand the core truth? The single element that truly captures a man's very spirit, holds his deep respect, and keeps his heart truly devoted is not physical intimacy. It's not the freshness of youth. It's not outward attractiveness. It's not how skilled you are in the kitchen or how sweet your demeanor might be. It is something far more profound, something much less common. It is the hidden strength residing within you, a power so compelling, so subtly commanding that most women are completely unaware they possess it. Yet, it is precisely what men long for more than anything else. Let us delve into that. Let us speak about you and the significant power you might have overlooked, but which you can fully reclaim right now in this very moment. You know what truly makes a woman unforgettable? It isn't merely her pleasant smile, her physical shape, or her ability to charm others. It's something much deeper, more fundamental. A certain presence, an inner calmness, a feeling that she truly understands who she is, even when the world around her does not offer applause or recognition. This is emotional certainty, that quiet self-assurance that doesn't need to shout for attention, but speaks with a steady, unwavering voice. It's the way she conducts herself, not feeling the need to put on a show, not desperately hoping to be chosen, not attempting to reshape herself to fit into someone else's idea of what love should be. That kind of woman steps into a room and doesn't scan her surroundings to see who might be looking at her. She already possesses the innate knowledge that she belongs there. And that particular energy, that very energy, causes men to pause and take notice. Because when a woman isn't actively seeking approval, she transforms into an enigma, a magnetic force that silently declares, I do not pursue, I attract. This isn't about playing games or being aloof. It's about a deep internal knowing that radiates outward, drawing others in without effort. It's the kind of confidence that comes from within, not from external validation, making her truly captivating. When you have experienced profound sadness, when you have managed to pick yourself up after feeling overlooked, unheard, or taken for granted, you begin to grasp a crucial realization. You do not need to be everything for someone else. You simply need to be completely and authentically yourself. Emotional certainty isn't about being perpetually joyful or never experiencing fear. It is about being firmly rooted in your own inherent worth. It is the capacity to sit with your feelings without allowing them to dictate your choices. A woman who can feel deeply without falling into a spiral, who can confront rejection without abandoning her own self, who can love without losing her core identity. That woman possesses a strength that men immediately perceive. This is because she isn't asking him to complete her, to fix her problems, or to rescue her from her circumstances. She is offering a genuine connection, not a dependency. And men, they yearn for that kind of unwavering stability more than they even consciously understand. The world constantly pulls at them, expectations, pressures, fierce competition. It is a never-ending cycle. And when he encounters a woman who is peaceful within her own spirit, who doesn't feel the need to control, to chase, or to persuade, she becomes his much-needed breath of fresh air. She becomes the secure haven he didn't even realize he required. This is not because she is passive or always agreeable, but because her emotions are not a chaotic storm. They are like a deep, powerful river, flowing steadily, but never destructively. That level of inner calm does not mean she suppresses her true self. Instead, it signifies that she expresses herself from a place of complete wholeness. And that very wholeness is what makes her truly unforgettable. It is a profound sense of self-possession that resonates deeply with those around her, creating an aura of quiet strength and allure. But that wholeness also demands a certain level of self-restraint, and this is where the second hidden power comes into play, the profound power of quietness and mystery. You see, we live in an era where excessive explanation is often mistaken for genuine connection. We tend to believe that if we just say enough, clarify enough, send enough messages, they will finally understand. However, there is something incredibly alluring, so genuinely dignified, about a woman who maintains a certain space, who does not rush to fill every moment of quiet, who does not reveal all her intentions before the situation has even truly begun. That kind of, a woman makes a man put in effort, not through manipulation, but out of a deep sense of self-respect. She understands her inherent value. She knows that a truly meaningful connection does not need to be forced or rushed. And so she thoughtfully allows room for the other person to step forward and engage. She does not speak to prove a point. She speaks to express herself. And she possesses the wisdom to know when less truly is more. Mystery isn't about engaging in manipulative games. It is about safeguarding the sacredness of your inner world. Not everyone deserves immediate access to every single part of you. When you hold back just enough, when you provide them with something to ponder, to reflect upon, even to miss, you generate emotional space. You allow the connection the necessary room to breathe, to develop, to gradually evolve. This is because what is easily given is seldom truly valued, and what is gently revealed bit by bit transforms into a shared journey, one that he will genuinely desire to remain on. Have you ever encountered a woman who doesn't rush to justify herself, who listens far more than she speaks, but when she does utter words, they land deeply and resonate profoundly? That kind of presence is truly captivating. She might not even consciously realize the effect she is having, but it is undeniably felt. Men tend to lean in when she is near. They become genuinely curious. This is because she isn't there to persuade or to compete. She is simply present, firmly rooted, gentle and strong all at once. And in a world filled with constant noise and clamor, her stillness transforms into a beautiful melody. The truth is, men do not fall in love with the sheer quantity of words you speak. They fall in love with the way you make them feel. And often, it is not the words themselves, but the underlying energy behind them. When your quietness conveys peace instead of worry, when your mystery is not about concealing but about honoring your own self, you create an environment that invites true depth. Depth cannot be hurried. It cannot be pleaded for. It must be allowed to unfold naturally. And the women who truly embody that truth, who reveal just enough to be known but hold back enough to be deeply cherished, become the kind of women who remain in a man's heart long after the initial spark begins to fade. This is because they didn't merely offer him their attention. They gave him a compelling reason to perceive what is truly authentic, what is genuinely rare, and what is truly worth striving for. This profound impact comes from a place of genuine self-possession and respect, which is infinitely more powerful than any fleeting attraction. There is something undeniably striking about a woman who understands her own worth, not in a loud, attention-seeking manner, but in the quiet, firm way she declines to betray her own principles simply to be loved. A woman who does not twist her true identity to be more agreeable, who does not offer her deepest emotions to those who have not genuinely earned her trust, who would rather be completely alone in her truth than admired under a false pretense. That kind of woman does not. She does not try to please everyone. She does not pursue someone hoping they will finally recognize her value, because she has already recognized it herself. She has claimed it. And that fundamental understanding alters everything about how she navigates relationships. We are so often taught to connect love with sacrifice, to believe that if we give more, adapt more, express more, we will finally be truly valued. But genuine love does not flourish in self-abandonment. It thrives in genuine alignment. And a woman who clings to her self-respect like a vital lifeline refuses to be satisfied with mere scraps of affection. She no longer confuses genuine effort with desperate longing. She is not attempting to win someone over. She is observing whether they even deserve a place at her emotional table. That quiet discernment, that steady refusal to settle, creates a power that does not need to announce itself. It simply exists. When she no longer needs to be liked, she becomes incredibly magnetic, because now her yes carries significant meaning, and so does her no. Men desire a woman who possesses her own rich inner world, a woman who inspires respect simply by the way she conducts herself. A woman who declares, "I love deeply, but I will not lose myself in the process." That woman cannot be manipulated. She cannot be strung along. She cannot be diminished. And when she is in a relationship, she does not fade away. She shines brightly, whether or not someone is by her side. But this self-respect is just one aspect of her strength. The other is her profound emotional presence. The way she truly listens, not to formulate a response, not to fix problems, but to genuinely understand. The way she creates space for another person's experience without judgment, without rushing to offer solutions. A woman who is emotionally present is not the one talking over you or anxiously filling every quiet moment. She is the one who makes you feel truly seen because she is not distracted by her phone, her own thoughts, or her insecurities. She is fully with you in the moment, in the room, in the very breath. That kind of presence is rare because most people are so preoccupied with what they will say next or how they are being perceived that they forget to truly feel. But the woman who is emotionally present understands the power of her own presence. She knows how to look into someone's eyes and create an environment where they can lower their guard. And for a man, especially a man who has felt compelled to be strong for an extended period, that kind of presence is like a balm. It disarms him, not through seduction, but through a gentle softness, through the profound safety of being understood rather than judged. But do not mistake her gentleness for weakness. Her emotional presence is not passive, it is profoundly powerful. This is because she does not react impulsively, she responds with careful intention. She does not allow her emotions to take over her core values. She feels everything deeply, but she is not controlled by anything. That delicate balance between empathy and emotional regulation is what truly distinguishes her. She can shed tears without shame. She can express anger without resorting to attacks. She can hold space for her own pain and yours without losing her inner stability. Men crave this more than they will ever openly admit. They are longing for a connection that feels authentic, grounded, and truly nourishing. Not a performance, not a power struggle, but something honest, something profound. And that is precisely what she brings. She is not seeking to change him. She is not attempting to fix him. She simply meets him where he is, while never abandoning her own position. That kind of woman feels like a true home, not because she coddles, but because she genuinely sees. And in a world filled with superficial connections, being truly seen is the most precious form of intimacy of all. So she embodies both the fiery strength of self-respect and the gentle flowing nature of emotional presence. She understands when to step away from what diminishes her and when to remain fully open to what truly honors her. She is not waiting to be chosen. She is actively choosing herself every single day. And from that profound place of completeness, she does not offer love out of a desperate need. She offers it from an overflowing abundance. That is the kind of woman who subtly transforms the atmosphere of a room without uttering a single word, the kind who inspires a man to elevate himself not because she demands it, but because her very essence calls it forth from within him. There is a quiet, yet striking brilliance in a woman who knows how to manage her emotions effectively, not because she suppresses what she feels, but because she carefully chooses how and when to express it. She does not explode in anger. She does not become cold and distant. Instead, she breathes deeply, she feels, she pauses, and then she responds with a grace that often leaves others truly astonished. She is not passive, nor is she weak. She is deeply rooted and stable. That particular ability doesn't just make her easier to be around, it makes her incredibly magnetic. This is because she is not governed by chaos. She understands how to experience the storm within her without becoming consumed by it. And in a world that frequently reacts from fear, past hurts, or ego, she becomes the calm center, the anchor, the steady rhythm in a room filled with noise. It's not that she doesn't feel deeply. She does, perhaps even more intensely than most. But she has learned that her emotions are messengers, not absolute rulers. She listens to them, she honors them, but she does not allow them to destroy her connections. She doesn't send lengthy messages in the heat of anger. She doesn't play manipulative games when she is hurt. She sits with her pain as if it were an old friend, asks it what it needs, and offers herself the compassion she once desperately sought from others. That kind of emotional maturity is rare, it is powerful, and it is attractive on a level that extends far beyond superficial appearances. This is because emotional safety is the very bedrock of true intimacy. And when a man senses that you are not going to punish him every time he shows his human flaws, when he knows he can share something difficult and not be met with volatile reactions, when he observes that you understand how to feel without weaponizing those feelings, he lowers his defenses, he relaxes, he opens up, because he is no longer in a battlefield. He is in a genuine relationship. And that shift, that feeling of safety, invites a depth that most people never achieve. However, she does not create emotional safety by silencing her true self. She achieves it by acknowledging and taking ownership of her feelings, by communicating them without assigning blame, by embodying the very example of the emotional presence she desires in return. She teaches through her energy, she corrects with kindness, she leads with vulnerability, not as a sign of weakness, but as a profound demonstration of strength. That level of self-restraint, born not from suppression, but from deep self-awareness, is something men feel in their very core. It does not demand attention. It does not beg for love. It simply exists. And it allows him to perceive you not as someone to be rescued, but as someone to deeply respect. And what elevates her power even further is her embodiment of feminine energy, not as a forced performance, but as a genuine return to her deepest essence. She is not attempting to be tough to survive. She's learning that her inherent gentleness is not a weakness, but a revolutionary strength. In a world that has constantly urged her to be tough, to compete, to always be doing, she consciously chooses to simply be. She slows down, she receives, she allows, not from a place of weakness, but from a profound trust in her own worth. And that energy, that warm, radiant, open-hearted presence, it is truly irresistible. Feminine energy is not about being docile or submissive. It is about being profoundly magnetic. It is about being so deeply connected to your own body, your own intuition, your own natural rhythm that you do not chase. You draw things in. You do not feel the need to prove anything. You simply embody. She moves through the world with a kind of fluidity that does not force outcomes. She attracts through genuine